The thunder roared like a beast outside, rattling the rafters as I climbed into my grandmother's dusty attic. The storm unleashed fury, but it was the trunk, a weathered, ancient thing, pulled me in. As I pried it open, rain drummed harder on the roof. Letters spilled out, yellowed, folded, whispering secrets. My heart raced. Each word I read felt like a knife, slashing through the memories I held dear. Betrayal gripped me, icy and tight. The truth thudded in my chest. The land I thought was mine. Not mine. A family friend had lied. Panic surged through me. The storm outside mimicked the tempest within. I clutched the papers, trembling. My hands shook, the ink smudged from dampness. How could this be? A wet gasp escaped my lips. I felt the room close in, shadows lurking. Was someone watching? My breath quickened. I needed answers. I reached out to Jack, the bold detective with icy blue eyes. He'd unravel this web. My world had cracked, split wide open, and I was falling. But could he handle the darkness I'd unearthed? As the storm howled, I stood on the edge of a new, perilous journey. Every creak of the floor felt like a warning. I could feel it in my bones. Something worse was coming. Would the truth free me or bury me deeper? Before you go on, let me tell you something. A lot of people have been saying that YouTube, out of nowhere, unsubscribes them from the channel. Take a quick look to make sure the red button is on. That way, you won't miss any of the videos still to come. And while you're at it, hit the like button, because it really helps me keep bringing you stories like this. Oh, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know. I staggered back, heart pounding, as the next letter fluttered from the trunk. A bold, familiar handwriting sent a chill rippling through me. Mom's. My stomach twisted. No, this couldn't be right. I tore the envelope open, trembling hands spilling the words onto the floor. Your father isn't who you think he is. Each letter burned my fingers. I gasped. My father, the man I celebrated, who laughed with me over pancakes, wasn't my father? A drop of cold sweat rolled down my back. My breath came in quick, shallow bursts. What? My voice cracked. I wanted to scream. Why was this hidden? I fought to stay grounded. Shadows loomed larger. They felt waiting, biding time. My grandmother's secrets encased me, suffocating. And then came a notification. Jack has accessed your location. I felt the floor shift beneath me. Was he not just a friend? A protector? Was he part of this tangled mess? Panic surged, trust shattered. I stumbled back, nearly tripping over the trunk. Everything changed. The storm raged, but I was lost in the tempest inside. My life, my reality, fragile threads fraying apart. What did I really know? What else was hidden? Shadows whispered. Would I discover more? Or was this just the beginning? The silence whispered the answer I dreaded to know. I felt the world tilt, shadows stretching. The revelation clawed at my insides. My father was a stranger. But then, the next letter caught my eye. It was addressed to Jack. My heart lurched. It wasn't just his icy blue eyes I'd seen that night. It was betrayal writing him. I tore it open, stomach twisting. You have to stop her. They know. Panic flooded me. Who? My pulse raced. Was I in danger? The weight of the words pressed down, thick air, choking me. Who knows, Jack? I shouted, but silence swallowed my question. The storm roared outside, drowning my fear. What had I stumbled into? The darkness grew, suffocating. Had Jack been playing me all along? A chill settled deep as nausea turned my vision hazy. I realized I didn't know whom to trust anymore. Was I just a pawn in this game? The attic felt like a cage. I staggered back, nearly tripping over the trunk. "No!" I gasped, voices whispering secrets I couldn't grasp. Just then, my phone buzzed again. "Jack is 10 minutes away." 10 minutes. Suddenly, dread washed over me. What if he was the threat? A nightmare surged. The storm outside could no longer drown my racing thoughts. Would the truth destroy me? Or was it too late to turn back? My gut churned. The darkness loomed closer, and I felt it in my bones. Something horrifying awaited me. Was this the beginning of the end? My heart raced, thundering in my chest. Jack, 10 minutes away. I couldn't breathe, panic clawing at my throat. Suddenly, a surge of anger erupted in me. I shoved my hand into the trunk again, desperate for answers, teetering on the edge of chaos. But the next letter was a punch to the gut. Your mother was in on it. My blood ran cold. What? My fingers trembled, the ink blurring as tears filled my eyes. A betrayal from the depths of my soul. My own mother? My thoughts spiraled, nausea gripping me. "Why didn't you tell me?" I whispered, feeling the shadows closing in, as if the attic itself were judging me. The storm raged louder outside. "No," I gasped, a wave of betrayal crashing over me. The past I'd cherished crumbled. Who was I, really? Was anyone I loved real? Then my phone buzzed again. "Jack is 5 minutes away." Each second felt like an eternity. My legs trembled. I didn't want to see him, to face the truth. But one thought pierced through the chaos, icy and sharp. Is he in on this? An icy wave washed over me. The very man I trusted. What if he was the devil behind the mask? My stomach churned, and my vision blurred as fear snaked around my heart. "What happens when he arrives?" I whispered into the heavy silence. But the attic had no answer. My throat tightened. Jack, I couldn't shake the feeling that he was coming to hurt me. Suddenly, the last letter shifted under the trunk lid. A forgotten piece, crumpled and torn. I fished it out, my hands trembling. It was dated weeks ago. "Meet me at midnight. Don't tell her." My knees buckled. Was he planning? Was he part of this? I gasped, the words cutting deeper. My heart raced like a wild animal. Then it hit me. My mother. It wasn't just betrayal. It was collusion. I stumbled back, nausea swirling. Jack had been chasing me. But why? Just then, the attic door creaked. My breath caught. Jack stood there, the icy blue of his eyes now like shards of glass. "What are you doing here?" I shrieked, panic consuming me. He swallowed hard, but his face was blank, unreadable. I backed against the trunk, trapped. Who was I supposed to trust now? "Are you here to protect me, or to finish the job?" I whispered. Silence filled the air, heavy, like a shroud. What truth was buried beneath all this? My legs felt weak, and I prayed the storm would drown out the screams in my head. My heartbeat thundered in my ears as Jack stood frozen, eyes piercing into me. I needed answers. I clawed at my tension, trembling, trying to mask my fear. "Are you here to protect me, or to finish the job?" The air thickened, heavy with unspoken words. Suddenly, something flickered in his gaze. Hesitation? No. Guilt? He started, voice low. But then his phone buzzed. He glanced down, a shadow flickering across his face. The revelation hit like a slap. "I know who you really are," he whispered. Everything shattered. Ice-cold dread seeped into my veins. I'd never revealed my darkest truth. What do you mean? The silence grew so loud it roared in my head. Each second stretched as he stepped closer. You're not just a victim. You're part of this, he said. I staggered back, fear knotting my stomach. Stop! You're lying! His eyes darkened, revealing shadows I couldn't comprehend. You don't even know what you're capable of. Nausea surged through me. What? Your mother? And you? It's all connected. You are part of the plan. That word plan sent chills down my spine. No! This can't be real. Believe me, it is. Everything you thought you knew was a lie. I felt the walls close in. My breath quickened, panic clawing at my throat. The storm outside was nothing compared to the tempest inside me. Are you saying I'm involved in this? In what? I stammered, desperate for clarity. Jack's phone buzzed again. No. But before he could explain, the attic door slammed shut. The light flickered, my pulse racing like a drum. Jack! He exploded toward the door, but it wouldn't budge. Panic washed over me. What's happening? We need to get out. But he just stared, frozen in fear. I gripped the trunk, my heart pounding louder than the storm. Are you against me? A flash of pain crossed his face. I was never your enemy. But you have no idea how deep this goes. A heaviness settled. An unspeakable truth loomed overhead. Dread tightened around my chest. What had I gotten myself into? Who was I really? Jack's silence answered, leaving a chasm of uncertainty. And beneath that silence, something worse lingered, something waiting to be unleashed. The silence hung heavy, suffocating. Jack's face twisted, a mask of uncertainty. I'm sorry, his voice cracked. My pulse quickened. What do you mean, part of this? He stepped closer, desperation etched in his features. Your mother didn't just keep secrets. She was the mastermind. She orchestrated everything. My heart dropped. No. How could she? Cold dread washed over me. I staggered back, grasping the trunk for support. No! I choked out. Tears blurred my vision. This couldn't be true. You have to be lying. But his eyes, those icy blues, remained steady. Your life was a cover, a distraction. You were never meant to know. Bile rose in my throat. Stop. Just stop. I gasped. Anger pulsed through me, hot and sharp. Your mother did this to protect you. He pressed, voice urgent. But the danger is real. They're coming. The air crackled with tension. My head spun. They're who? Just then, the attic door slammed loose, thundering open with a creak. My chest tightened. Shivers raced down my spine. Jack, what did you do? Panic gnawed at me. Trust me, please, he said, fear flashing across his face. But could I? Did she send you? I could barely breathe. I'm here to help, not to harm. Yet doubt clawed at me. What if this was all a trap? My hands trembled. Then that chill slid under my skin, a feeling I couldn't shake, ominous and dark. As the storm echoed around us, I was left only with teetering uncertainty. Who was I really? My heart raced. Would I be dashed against the rocks of truth, or would I find the light? I felt the air grow thick, a suffocating weight. Jack's words echoed in my mind. Mastermind. Collusion. What do you mean? I stammered, desperation clawing at my throat. He took a step closer, his icy gaze piercing through my turmoil. Suddenly, a memory jolted through me. My mother, her whispered cautions about trust, her veiled warnings. I shook my head. No, she wouldn't. But something in Jack's face twisted deeper, a pain that mirrored my own. She planned the perfect cover, he murmured, but she didn't realize the danger would come from her own flesh and blood. A cold dread washed over me. My hands shook violently as the room swayed. "What do you mean?" My voice cracked, the air feeling electric with the weight of his revelations. "You're her legacy, and they're after you. It's not just your father, it's your whole family." I staggered back, breath hitching. "My whole family? What are you saying?" His silence was a sea of betrayal, crashing through every truth I thought I knew. "You don't understand." Then a harsh laugh escaped my lips, not entirely of my own will. "I understand that everything was a lie." Jack looked at me, anguish in his eyes, despair evident in the furrow of his brow. "It's worse than that. You were made to be a pawn in their game. Your mother, she's not the victim. You are." A tremor ripped through me. "But I trusted her." My chest tightened with a pressure I couldn't release. Just then, the attic door swung wider, shadows writhing like claws. I gasped, "Jack!" The panic spiked so fiercely I thought I'd choke on it. He didn't respond. Instead, a flicker of recognition passed over his face. "They're here." My heart thundered. "Who?" But the answer was already in the silence echoing between us. A new realization clawed at my mind. My entire world had shifted. Who could I trust when I didn't know who I was? The darkness outside seeped in, tightening its grip. Every fragment of safety shattered, leaving behind only the raw fear pulsating through my veins. And in that moment, I knew I couldn't stay here, not when the storm was the least of my worries. "Jack," my voice whispered, heavy with dread. "What happens now?" His expression was unreadable, the air thick with unspoken danger. The shadows lengthened, creeping closer. I was trapped, and the only escape felt like diving into an abyss. The shadows loomed larger, swallowing every breath. Jack's eyes flickered with something darker. "You're not just part of this, you're its center," he whispered, his voice trembling. My heart stopped. "What do you mean?" A lump formed in my throat. "Your mother didn't protect you. She needed you, to control you." The walls closed in, suffocating. "Control me? I'm not a puppet." My voice was hoarse, barely a whisper. "Look at the letters. She orchestrated your life like a play. You're a pawn in her game, a key for them to unlock." I stumbled back, nausea writhing within me. My whole life was a setup? "No, you're lying!" But the truth tasted bitter. The room spun around me. The door shuddered violently, shadows stirring. "Jack, please," I begged. But his face, oh God, his expression melted into regret. "I didn't want to tell you like this. But your mother never intended for you to find out." Cold terror seeped through my veins. My world flipped upside down. I could barely breathe. You can't mean that." Just then, a loud crash echoed from behind the door, cutting through my thoughts. I froze, dread pooling in my stomach. What was that? But Jack's face hardened. "They're here." The truth crashed over me like waves, drowning me. Who were they? I felt lost, floating in a sea of panic. What had my mother really done? I gazed into Jack's eyes, looking for solace, but only found shadows. "Say something." My voice broke, panic tightening its grip. Suddenly, I no longer felt like I could trust anyone. Outside, thunder rumbled ominously, mingling with an intense silence that left me breathless. What lay ahead twisted in the air like a storm. Was this just a prelude to destruction? Would I uncover more secrets, or lose everything in the process? The door burst open, shadows thrumming like a palpable threat. They've found us. Jack's voice pierced the chaos. I gasped, heart racing. Would my mother's betrayal claim me too? Run, I shouted, but he held my gaze, fear flickering like candlelight. I didn't know whom to trust, yet here we were, our destinies intertwined, caught in this storm of dark secrets and betrayal. Together, he breathed, stepping closer. A flicker of warmth surged, battling the chill of doubt. Heart thudding, I nodded. We charged into the storm, leaving behind the suffocating darkness. I had no idea what the future held, but in that moment, freedom felt possible. And as thunder rumbled a farewell to the past, I whispered to the night, "We'll uncover the truth together." Once, you need to subscribe now. This is the moment to show your support. Don't wait any longer to share. Confirm your subscription so you don't miss the next exclusive stories. Press the like button now to help the algorithm. And write your reactions and theories about the ending in the comments. Share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this conclusion. If you liked my story, keep going and watch the next one that's appearing now. I think it will move you, too.